So there's been some rumors going around from an official source that there will be a 189 invitation round soon. Look, I'm no fortune teller, but the source is credible. So here are 3 things that you can do to get your EOI ready for this invitation round. By the way, they said it's going to be before Christmas. So number 1, check your location. A lot of people create the expression of interest a long time ago and forget to update the location. Now, I'm not saying this makes a difference to your EOI, but do you remember last year when there was a round where they just invited offshore applicants? This is when it can affect. Number 2, check all your documents and make sure they haven't been expired. For example, skills assessments are valid for 2 or 3 years depending on the authority. And number 3, make sure your employment experience is up to date. You don't want to forget to update the end date of a certain employment and get extra points for it by accident. Temporary skills shortage 482 visa, you must have a relevant qualification plus at least 2 years full-time work experience. However, did you know that full-time work experience does not have to be post-qualification? It can be at any time. And in some instances, full-time work experience can be used in place of the qualification. You can check this on ANSCO. If you have a look at Chef, 3 years full-time work experience can be used in place of the qualification. Then for the 482 visa, you need 2 years full-time work experience. That work experience can be combined, so you don't need to have 3 plus 2. You can just have 3 years full-time work experience in total, and the 2 years full-time work experience requirement can be included in those 3 years. Now, it's different to the 186 direct entry visa, so I'll explain that in my next video. For the 186 direct entry employer-sponsored visa, you need to have a relevant qualification plus at least 3 years full-time work experience in your occupation. You will also need a valid skills assessment. In some cases, work experience can be used in place of formal qualifications. You will have to check your occupation as per ANSCO. But the catch also is you need to have a valid skills assessment. So you'll also need to check the skills assessing body to see whether a qualification is required. That's where you'll see inconsistencies here. Now, if you are using work experience in place of your formal qualifications, the 3 years full-time work experience will be in addition to this. So for example, if you look at Chef on ANSCO, 3 years full-time work experience can be used in place of the formal qualification. That means for the 186 direct entry visa, you'll need to have 3 years full-time work experience for the qualifications, plus another 3 years full-time work experience to meet the 186 direct entry requirements. So you'll need 3 plus 3. That is 6 years in total.